Today we have some more news. So as we know, there's going to be a Majesty Lord Blaster deck coming out, which is like a legend deck. You know, it's going to be a more expensive one. We're assuming it's also going to be stronger than a trial deck. And it's also going to have accessories. So it's basically a legend deck. And so one thing they announced was that today we were getting a new order card inside that legend deck. And that has now been revealed. Now, as I predicted quite a while ago, I said these orders will eventually have to be clan specific, because otherwise you're going to create issues, you know. You can't have an order that's supporting Grand Blue's revival and stuff like that to then suddenly put it in a Shadow Paladin deck and start reviving stuff there, stuff like that. You would eventually get roadblocks, let's say. So I assumed these would eventually be clan specific, and that eventually is today. So this is a clan specific order, Light and Shadow Time of Crossing. I'm sure it'll change name eventually. And what it does is it has 3 possible skills, and depending on which conditions you meet, you can use one of the skills. So the first is, if you have a Blaster Blade on V or R, you may add a Blaster Dark from deck to hand. If you have a Blaster Dark on V or R, you may add a Blaster Blade from deck to hand. So vice versa, essentially. If you have one, you can look for the other. And if you have both, you can add a Majesty Lord Blaster from your deck to your hand. I'm gonna assume that if you meet all of the conditions, you can essentially choose between one of the 3. So maybe if you have both Dark and Blade, you could search MLB, but I assume you could also search Dark or Blade again. Perhaps it's going to be relevant. Imagine if MLB needs to have both, and you are on your grade 2 turn, you have Dark on rear and Blade on Vanguard, but MLB in hand already. It might be useful to search for a Blade, knowing that next turn you ride over it, you would only have a Dark, and you want that Blade to then work with your MLB. We'll see about that specifically, but it does kind of show us that they already planned ahead, you know. They didn't want to make all these orders generic to a point where we get one broken order that then has to be in every single deck. Now that could still happen, you know, we could get a Pot of Greed style order, but so far I'm at least glad that this one is clan specific, because it does show us that they're willing to take that route. We also saw Blaster Dark, which will work in Royal Paladin, and that's basically the only thing they changed. It's just a Blaster Dark that works in Royal Paladin. So that was the quick news, as W Slasher would say, without the bullshit. I'm pretty hyped for this. I think it's a cool card. It has cool art, and again, I'm really glad that it's clan specific, because that's just better future proofing in my opinion, as we get more powerful and more intricate orders. That is all for today. Do stay subscribed to this channel, or subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you soon. Ciao.